It was about 14 years ago when I was in the 8th grade. On Sunday, two of my good friends and I decided to go to see a movie at T-Town. Let's call my friends A and B. We lived in a small town, and going out to a town where there was a movie theater was a big event for us who were rural junior high school students. On Saturday night, when I was at home with excited, I got a phone call from B. He said, "Sorry, I had a violin lesson tomorrow. The lesson finishes right around the time the movie finishes, so let's meet at the ticket gate of the train station in T-Town." B was a pretty rich kid, so he was learning to play the violin. I was a little disappointed because I thought three of us would be able to enjoy a movie together in a big city, but also thought we could have fun together after the movie anyway, so I went to bed. The next day, A and I went to see a movie together. After watching the movie, we were about to head for the station. Suddenly, A said, Hey, if we go up to the third floor of this building, there is a pedestrian bridge that leads to the station." Since it was a big town, there were pedestrian bridges leads to several department stores spreading out from the front of the station at a height of about 3 floors. I also thought it was better than walking around getting caught in traffic light, so we entered the building next to the movie theater. The building was a small, crowded building with many small grocery stores in it. We found the stairs and went up from the first floor. When we reached the third floor, there was no door to enter the store side. I thought that the door must be a warehouse or something, and that the public was not allowed to enter through these stairs. I said we should go back to the first floor and walk around normally. But A said, "I think we should go up. Maybe we can get into the store side from the fourth floor, and then we can go down another staircase to the third floor." But we went up to the fourth floor. There was no door again. We went up to the fifth floor. Again, there was no door. We became more and more stubborn and went up the stairs. We must have reached the 10th floor. I noticed something a little strange. When I looked at the building from the outside, I thought there were no more than 10 floors. However, A was determined to go further. We kept going up the stairs, and when we reached about the 20th floor, I realized something was completely weird. The staircase looked old and dark for some reason. It was like those nasty, mossy stairs in a movie Resident Evil. I was getting pretty scared at this point, so I turned to A and said, "Let's turn back now. This is definitely weird." But A, who was going ahead of me, kept his back to me and said, "Ha ha ha ha, that's weird." I wasn't sure what to say. I was a little offended, thinking what a joke he was playing. "What are you laughing at?" I said, "Let's go back." I was a little tense. Then A said again, "Ha ha ha ha, that's weird." I was even more wondered at his words, but then I noticed something much more weird about the way he was walking up the stairs too. Of course it was A in shape, but each of his movements was strange. It was indeed a movement to go up the stairs, but it looked like somebody's manipulating him just like a puppet doll. The right hand, right leg, and left leg were all moving independently of each other. I stopped and felt so scared. Then A stopped too, and he turned around to face me and said, "Ha ha 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 ha, that's weird, that's weird, ha 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 ha." I screamed when I saw A's face laughing, because his laughing face was as weird as his movements. Above all, it was the black eye which had lost its whites and spread to fill the eyeballs that made me scream. I turned around and ran down the stairs as fast as I could. I almost fell down the stairs, but I still ran as fast as I could. The next thing I remembered, I was in front of a drugstore on the ground floor of that building. I don't remember how I got out the stairwell, but in my panic, I ran to the station without looking back. When I got to the station ticket gate, B was waiting for me. B said, "You're late. It's been an hour since the movie ended." He was so angry, but when he noticed that A was not there, he asked me, "Where is A?" I was scared that if I stayed outside, A would come after me from behind with those strange movements and eyes, so I urged B to go into the fast food restaurant inside the station anyway. At any rate, I told B what had happened. I could not organize my story well, so during the course of the conversation, B repeatedly asked me to tell him again in detail. At first, B seems to think I was teasing him, but gradually he became more serious. Actually, B is a bit of a psychic, and he knew that what had happened to us as unusual. B said, "Let's just go back to that building." I said I didn't want to, but he said, "You can't leave A alone, can you?" I thought, right, A might have been possessed by something, so we went back to the building. We went up the stairs as before, and what we found was the door leading to a CD store on the third floor. We went up to the fourth floor, which was a video game arcade, which we were able to enter normally. The stairs ended there. Actually, it was a 4-floor building. We were totally confused, but we decided to go home for the day. We thought maybe A would come to school normally next day. The next day, when I arrived at school, A had not arrived. B arrived about 10 minutes after me, but his face was totally pale. And he told me that he had a creepy dream that morning. In his dream, A was walking barefoot in the wood with crying and mumbling, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." B said, "It was not just a dream, but I don't know what to do." For a few days, A did not return, so his family reported that to the police. B and I also went to the police station and were asked about that day. But we did not tell them about that mysterious incident. About a month later, A was found as dead body. I did not hear from his family directly about this, but it seems that he had been found dried up and dead next to the precinct of a shrine in the mountains of a neighboring prefecture. It was more than 100 kilometers away from my town, and it had been a month since he was dead. At that time, It was an incredibly sad experience for me because of A's death, but as the day went by, I forgot about it. Recently, I met B for the first time in many years, and we talked about that. What had happened, actually.